All right, part 3 is all about Desmos. How many of y'all have experience with Desmos? Yes? Okay, cool. So that's what you're going to be doing in part 3. So in part 3, we are looking at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has our target heart rate guidelines. Have y'all ever been on like a treadmill and it says this is the heart rate you want to stay in between, or an elliptical or something? That's where this comes from. All right. So we're going to use this method to find in handy dandy Desmos. Okay. So if you have your computer out from taking your quiz, perfect. You're just going to pop it open and we're going to go to Desmos graphing. If you do not have your computer out, pop it open and we're going to go to Desmos graphing. So I'm going to go to Desmos. Oh, I didn't want scientific. I need graphing. Desmos. Okay. And the steps here that we're going to follow are listed. Okay. So it says to create your scatter plot in Desmos. We're going to click on the large plus sign. So you see where it says plus? I'm going to click on that. And we're going to add a table. Okay. We're going to, if you had in another column, like if there was multiple information, you could type in Y2, but do we have 2 Y2s? No, we only have 1. But just know that if you need more than 1, you have to literally type in Y2 in Desmos. Okay. All right. You're going to put in your X values. So for us, what are our X values? Our age. So we're putting in 20, 30. And once Desmos realize there's a pattern, if you hit enter, it'll type in the rest for you. So it says, oh, your first 2 input are 10 values apart. The rest must also be 10 values apart. And so if you press enter, it does the rest. Now we're going to put in our Y1s. So we're going to put in our Y values. We have 150, 135, 126, 119, 112, and 105. Okay. You're going to come over here to adjust your screen so that you can see all the points. So as of right now, do I see any of my points? No. So I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. Zoom out. Do I see my points yet? Nope. Zoom out. Still not. Oh, look at that. Do I see them now? Yeah. So a matter of me just zooming in and out in order to see the points and adjusting my window. Still with me? Okay. No, you're fine. Go through the steps and see if you need me to come. Just follow the steps. All right. So looking at this, does a linear model look like it would be a good fit? Yes. All right. So once we have our table, we're going to go to the next box, box 2, and we're going to type in exactly what you see on your paper. It's going to be Y1. What is this called? The symbol. People, is it tilde? What is it called? I don't teach Spanish, but I don't want to call it a squiggle line because I know it has our actual name. Don't judge me for saying that right now. But it's the shift button next to number 1. I'm gonna do that. All right. And then we're gonna type in MX1 plus B. And it's going to create a line for you. You see your line, it graphs it. And then in box 3, you're going to write the equation that it tells you. So it says that I have Y equals, what is my M? I got 86. What did I do? Did I type in a different number? I have 151. Oh, I did. This is supposed to be a 3. Boom. Yeah. 84x. And then my y-intercept is 1. Go ahead and put the 0.0629. Because that 5 would make the 9 into a 1. Yeah, we'll make it a 10. Yeah. So all right. That's it. That's Desmos. Okay, so you still have the same questions from before that you're going to go through. What is your regression line? What's our equation of a regression line? Boom. And this is just your way. The reason why we do box 3 is that to make sure when you're typing it correctly. Notice that because I typed it incorrectly, it overlapped the one that Desmos created. Does that make sense? So just making sure you're putting your M and your B in the correct corresponding spots. All right. How do we feel? Yeah. Doable either way. Okay. So you're gonna go through, write the regression line, answer the question. What is the slope here? What does your slope now represent? What is your dependent variable at the x-axis, which means what is your y-intercept? And if you are 21 years old, what is your ideal heart rate, which is what it's asking you. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you how to get a table. To see the table, you're going to press the settings button right here. So you see the little wheel. You press it, and it's going to ask you, do you want to see your table? And you can see your table. From the table, I'm going to just go ahead and do D with you. If I need 21, I can just type that directly into the table. Does that make sense? But you have to make sure you turn on the table. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that. Could you still just substitute in X? Yes. But if you want to be able to pull up the table, make sure you use the little gear button, pull up the table, and you can put in whatever you want. If I want to know if I'm 65 years old, what's my heart rate? Stay at 107 while working out. Okay. If I'm 100 years old, what do I do? 78. Keep your heart rate at 78. Don't overexert yourself. Okay. But once you have this in, that's why we also type it in, is that it allows us to open up a table and find unknowns or values we're looking for. Make sense? All right. So that is what you're finishing up. You do have you should have gotten it posted.